following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening from Baldwin City, where the Piper Pirates are in town tonight to take on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Unfortunately, there will be no girls' game tonight, as you probably already gathered. We would have been on the air about an hour ago if that were the case. But the Piper girls team has lost too many players to health and safety protocols currently. They were already a very thin team as it was. Doing my prep for this ball game, they only play about 6 girls in their lineup. They have one that came off of the bench. Last 2 games, they played their starting 5 and 1 girl off of the bench. So you lose a few of those players, and, well, you're in trouble. So the Piper girls unable to play tonight means there's no girls game. They're going to try to make that one up at a later date. That's still undetermined. But we do have the boys game still on for tonight, so we will bring you that one here on Baldwin Sports Live. And for the Bulldogs, it's hopefully a return to the win column after seeing their 4-game win streak come to an end on Tuesday night in a 52-35 loss at Tonganoxie. It was a rough night offensively for Baldwin. They shot just 25% from the field in what was their lowest scoring game of the season. So the big question, of course, how will the Bulldogs respond after that negative outcome? It was the first negative outcome they've had since going back to the season opener. So first game back from Christmas break. Perhaps they had to shake off a little rust. We'll see. The opponent tonight, the Piper Pirates, enter the game at 4-3 on the year. They're coming off back-to-back wins to close out their first semester, but this will be the Piper first game back from the Christmas break. So perhaps that's an advantage for Baldwin tonight. They've already had that one game back in a competitive atmosphere, while Piper will be back on the floor for the first time since December 18th. And as we know, it does tend to allow some rust to build up when you're away from that competitive atmosphere. Of course, you practice, but anybody who's ever played sports can tell you that you try and simulate game atmosphere, game pace, and that kind of stuff in practice, but there's only so much you can do until you actually get out there against another team that really wants to beat you, not just the other guys on your team that are competing against you in practice, as good as that is. So both teams do like to play a fast pace, so we'll keep an eye on that tonight. Perhaps a game that's going to see lots of possession and potentially lots of points tonight as well, as Piper comes into this contest averaging 64 points per night. Baldwin just 47 per game. So the Bulldogs are going to have to do probably one of 2 things. Either pick up the scoring pace tonight or lock them down defensively and hold Piper down below what they are accustomed to scoring. Piper's already picked up a pair of road wins this season at Schlegel and at Lewisburg, while the Bulldogs have protected their home court to the tune of a 3-0 record here in Baldwin this season. Should have an exciting game on our hands tonight. Ryan and I are glad to be here and excited to call this one for you. We'll dive into the matchups a little deeper when we come back here on the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show on your home for live Bulldog athletics, Baldwin Sports Live. More to come right after this.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. Along with Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. We are back home here in Baldwin. First game at home since the Christmas break. Of course, the Bulldogs have had some good showings here on their home floor. A comeback victory over Anderson County, a decisive victory over Lewisburg, and a down-to-the-wire last-second victory over Spring Hill. 3-0 here at home, but they get the Piper Pirates tonight, who are coming off of back-to-back wins. If we take a look at our matchup, the Pirates, a team that could score 64 points per game is what they're averaging through 7 so far. They're giving up 51.5 points per game. They have put up over 70 twice now and have been over 60 in 5 of their 7 games so far. The Bulldogs have yet to hit that 60-point mark this season. The Bulldog high is 57 in their win against Lewisburg. So we'll see. One or the other has to happen. Either the Bulldogs are likely going to have their best offensive performance of the year, which the irony in that would be it's coming on the heels of their worst offensive performance of the year, or they're going to likely have to hold Piper to one of their lowest offensive outputs of the season. I don't know. We'll see which one gives here tonight, but I have a feeling the Bulldogs are going to, at least early on, Ryan, try and play with them in the pace, because traditionally that's what Don Blanchett and the Bulldogs want to do as well, as play fast. But if things are not going through the hoop like they weren't on Tuesday night, they may have to alter that and really try to focus on the defensive end. Right.
I mean, coming off of a loss, it's always nice to kind of get out and get the pace going a little bit, try to get some shots in, because, you know, that last game in Tonganoxie was one of those that I think everybody at one point or another struggled a little bit, especially shooting. And so it'd be nice to kind of get out and get some shots in and see that going in. But I think coming off a loss, you usually want to get your defense sorted out and get the rotations right. And I think if you start on the defensive end and you get some runouts and some good transition buckets, then the shooting-wise, it'll come easy. So we'll see what happens tonight. But hopefully they get everything figured out back in the win column.
The guy that they will likely need to focus the majority of the attention, or at least make sure to early on contain, is Jaron Briggs, 6'4" senior for the Pirates. He's 6'4", so he's got the size to play inside, but he's got the handle and the skills to play on the outside as well. They'll see a lot of Jaron Briggs, who was a first-team All-Frontier League selection last year for the Pirates. He's the only returning starter they have from that season ago, and they went 11-11. And again, they can't score, though, so it's certainly not Briggs is the only guy. He's kind of the featured guy for them, but they will have plenty of guys contribute, and they are a team that is not afraid to take that first open shot that comes their way. So we saw the Bulldog defense give up plenty of open looks to Tonganoxie. This is another team you do not want to give those open looks and let them start getting confidence on the offensive end, because a team that loves to shoot and loves to play fast, as soon as they get a bunch of confidence as well, it could be game over, because that's when they really start exploding offensively. So really got to make sure they get a hand in the guy's face, close out, and not give those open shots. If they're going to make them with a hand in their face tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we kind of saw that last game at Tonganoxie. Once you give a team, confidence and a rhythm, and they start seeing that ball go through the hoop over and over again, they start feeling like they're invincible, and then they get really hard to stop, and then things can kind of just snowball on you. But, yeah, tonight, I mean, like I said, they're going to have to get their rotations down. Baldwin, they're a good helping team. They just got to help the helper a little better and then get some rotations. We'll see what happens.
Baldwin, I mentioned that tough offensive night, 25% from the field. They were 14 out of 55 in the game against Tonganoxie. 6 of 29 beyond the arc, which is 21%. Both lowest percentages for them in this year. They were twice over 38% this year from beyond the arc, but 4 times they've been below 25%. So we mentioned it on Tuesday night. They could be a streaky shooting team. I don't think this is a game you want to have to rely on the three-pointer. Like you mentioned, use the defense to get some high percentage looks, so some of those layups, and get Cole Mahaffey going again. He had just 9 points, season low for Cole in that game against Tonganoxie, and it really wasn't because of a lack of opportunity. He had 14 field goal attempts in the game, but only made 4 of them, as Tonganoxie was able to kind of frustrate him with some zone defense, and the whole team for that matter. But certainly they need Mahaffey tonight, who's their second leading scorer on the year, in a game when you're likely going to have to put up 50 points or more tonight. They need Mahaffey to help complement Caleb Carr, the top 2 scorers, and then who else can contribute? We've seen different guys on different nights kind of be that third option for the Bulldogs, and perhaps they'll need a third and a fourth option to get going tonight in this game against Piper. It should be a fun game. I think we should have a fun pace to this ball game, and it should be a good one for the Bulldogs here tonight as the lone featured game, the lone varsity game of the night. The girls game, again, if you weren't with us right off the top, called off for the night because of health and safety protocols within the Piper program. They will try to reschedule that game for later on between the Baldwin and Piper girls, but no girls game tonight. So the freshman boys, I guess, they were the biggest beneficiary of it because they got to move over here to this gym to play their game tonight because the varsity girls game didn't happen. So the freshman boys played their starting game, and then the JV game just finished up. And I guess the JV boys, for that matter, also, they don't normally get to play over here in this gym either. They are usually playing at the same time that the girls varsity game's going on, but they will be in action over here tonight. Earlier, in fact, they lost to Piper, so it'll be up to these guys on the floor right now for Baldwin to try to win the night for the Bulldogs, get back at the win column after seeing their 4-game win streak come to an end on Tuesday night up in Tonganoxie. Take a time out, come back, get you the starting lineups for this one as Baldwin hosts Piper tonight here on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Welcome back into the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. Getting you set for Baldwin and Piper coming up here tonight. As the Piper Pirates enter this contest 4-3 on the season. They opened the year with a win over Ottawa, a 20-point victory over the Cyclones. And then they dropped 3 of their next 4 with losses to Olathe Northwest, Mill Valley, and Shawnee Mission Northwest. The one win in that stretch was against KC Schlegel, but they have bounced back then with back-to-back wins over Lewisburg, a 23-point win over Lewisburg, and then a 17-point win over Shawnee Mission North. So one common opponent so far this year between these two teams. That was the Lewisburg game. And again, Piper winners on the road by 23 over Lewisburg back on December 16th. And it was just 2 days before that when Lewisburg was here in Baldwin, and the Bulldogs with a 16-point win over Lewisburg. So there's your one common opponent between these two teams this year. Of course, they're going to end up with many common opponents, both Frontier League teams, but so far the only two Frontier League games for Piper, and one of those was Ottawa, who Baldwin hasn't played yet. But Baldwin, their next game against Ottawa. The Bulldogs will take on the Cyclones on the road coming up next Tuesday night right here on Baldwin Sports Line. That will be the what would be, I guess, the fourth or the fifth, and what would end up being 6 straight Frontier League games for the Bulldogs. We'll get Lewisburg after that, and then end up with the Wellsville tournament, or not the Wellsville tournament. They'll be here in the Baldwin Invitational. So the girls who will be then playing in the Wellsville tournament. So let's take a look here at the starting lineups tonight for the Piper Pirates, who again are led by Jaron Briggs, their 6'4" senior, first-team All-Leaguer. He wears number 10 for the Pirates. Blake Porter is a 6'3" senior, number 12 for the Pirates. Miguel Martin, a 5'9" junior, wears number 24. Colin Vigil is a 6-foot junior for the Pirates. And then rounding out their starting lineup is, it looks like, Aaron Simmons, number 00, a 6'4" senior. And for the Bulldogs, we'll get to their starters when we come back after this pause for the national anthem. And the opening tip is coming up right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide, or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
And welcome back inside Baldwin Junior High School here as we get set for tonight's opening tip in a moment. To finish out those starting lineups for you, the Baldwin Bulldogs starting lineup this evening is the same that we have seen so far in, actually no, I lied. It is not the same that we have seen so far this year. Sam Darnell will not start tonight for the Bulldogs. We saw him injure an ankle, it looked like, late in that game against Tonganoxie on Tuesday, and he did not come back in that game. He is suited up for warm-ups, but went through all the warm-up process with the team, but he will not start this game. Riker Grossner will get that start, the 6'1" sophomore making his first start of the season tonight, and he is joined by the other 4 regulars. Joey Zimbecki, a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 5 points and 2 assists for the Bulldogs. Caleb Carr, the 5'10" junior, their leading scorer at 16.5 points, leading assist guy as well at 4 assists per game. Cole Mahaffey, a 6'4" senior, 14 points, which is second best of the team. 6 rebounds tonight as well for Coles. And Devin Prather, the 5'11" senior, who is the team's leading rebounder now at 8 boards per game to go along with 2.5 points per game. He has pulled down 10-plus boards now in 3 of the last 4 games for Baldwin. Head coach of the Bulldogs is Don Blanchett. He's assisted by Pete Carr, Johnny McDermott, and Levi Watts. And for the Piper Pirates, their head coach Steve Wallace, assisted by Derek Jackson, Bill Kolick, Marcus Johnson, and Matt Storer. It's time now for tonight's opening tip. It's brought to you by Baldwin City's Recreation Commission. And Baldwin City is calling, our Baldwin City Recreation Commission calling all you baseball fans to reserve your seat now for the Baldwin City Recreation Commission Summer Baseball Tour. Coming up July 22nd through the 29th, join BCRC on a week-long bus tour that includes 5 big league games and a lot more. Some museum tours, a couple of stadium tours, and not only the big league games, but some minor league games mixed in there as well. It is a trip you do not want to miss out on if you're a sports fan and love to go sit at the ballpark and have a few dogs and some popcorn. So go see all the details online at baldwinrec.org. The trip is limited to the first 50 people to reserve their seat on the Ultimate Sports Fan Getaway, the Summer Baseball Tour this July with Baldwin City Recreation Commission. All right, it's not Simmons. I thought it was Simmons who was in that starting. It's Gannon Roth for the Pirates, 6'4", sophomore, number 30. We will see Simmons, though. There's 6'4", senior, number 00. He'll be one of the first off at the bench for Piper. But Baldwin and Piper, two teams that like to play fast. Piper averaging 64 points per game. Baldwin averaging 47.5 points per game on the season. And the Pirates all checking on the basketball, making sure it's good to go, I guess.
It still bounces. We're good.
It is the first game back from the break for the Pirates, so maybe they just wanted to, what is this? Where you
making sure.
All right, here we go. I'm sure it won't take long to figure out they're back in a ball game. Again, a team that definitely could score. So here's Carr at the point, inside of a halfie. See if they make a point to get him involved early on after being held to a season-low 9 points in their last game. And it's Devin Prather, in fact, that gets the first points of the game. And there is something we have seen multiple times this year from Baldwin. The last guy, and I don't mean this as a slight to Devin at all, but the last guy you really expect to get the first look for the Bulldogs is Devin Prather in this situation, a guy who averages just 2 points per game, but that shows the depth that this team has. They are willing to go to anybody at any point. And quickly to answer right back, though, are the Pirates, and they answer to tie this game at 2.
I love that right there. They set up a full court press on the Bulldogs. Nice little press break. Get down in there and get a layup and a foul. It's perfectly executed there.
So chance at the line for Caleb Carr, a 79% free throw shooter. Leads the team in both makes and attempts at the line. He gets there a lot more than anybody else. In fact, more than twice as many free throw attempts as anybody else on the team. 23 out of 29 for the season. And does get the roll. A good trip to the line there for Caleb Carr. And the Bulldogs lead it by 2. So far, we've had 3 possessions, and we've had 3 scoring possessions. Jaron Briggs, can't miss him with the bright pink shoes on tonight. And now he will have a chance perhaps at the line. Or they're going to call it on the floor. I would guess it'll be on the floor. It will be. It's called on Prather. So Devin gets that early assignment of trying to match up with Briggs. Not an easy task. Inside, Briggs on the block, fouled. Basket misses, but a chance for 2 at the line for Briggs.
Yeah, nice little inbounds play there from Piper. Throw it in, get a little flex cut for Briggs, and got a foul call. Something Baldwin's going to have to be careful of, not getting in foul trouble this game. They have been pretty good this year about not fouling out and getting in foul trouble, but be a big factor tonight in making your free throws.
So far, both guys that have stepped up to the line have done just that, as Carr went 2 for 2 for the Dogs, and now Briggs trying to answer the call on the other end. And does.
He's got to be ready for that press again. Perfect. Get to the middle, get some cutters off.
Deflected pass and stolen. Vigil down the middle of the paint, trying to sidestep around Grossner. He lost it. Now the Bulldogs have a chance to run. Prather stripped from behind and taken back by Briggs. It was Martin that ran him down and stripped it free. Prather does a good job staying in front of an attacking Jaron Briggs there. 6:20 left to play in the first quarter. 4-4 score early on.
like we thought. The pace of the game's been pretty fast. Transition defense and transition offense can be a big key throughout this game to watch.
Foul on Prather, and that's 2 on Devin. Call for the arm bar.
Yeah, just as I say, we've been pretty good not getting in foul trouble. There we go. But that's a tough call on Prather. He's just trying to move his feet, stay in front of Briggs. You can see Briggs, he's a good athlete. Got past him a little bit there, and early substitution here.
Caden Englert comes in for Prather, and let's see what Baldwin does defensively, whether Englert takes on that assignment. It looks like he will, and there's a turnover for Piper. As they got it back to the inbounder, Martin, who had not established in the court of play yet. So it's a turnover back over to Baldwin. And Baldwin's leading rebounder, Devin Prather, on the bench already with 2 fouls.
So doing a good job breaking that press, but you don't want to just take it right to the corner and pick it up. Then they can get you a nice trap there.
Yeah. And there's the turnover. So that's 3 already for Baldwin. They average 14 a game. They have to trim that number down, but they get it right back. And so far, it's kind of been a what you do, we'll do. It's tied at 4, and both teams have kind of answered the possession from the other. Baldwin leading the charge, and then it's been answered every time by Piper, good and bad. Zimbecki out to Grosner from the corner. Briggs hauls in the rebound. A quick 3 fired up by Vigil. Off the mark. Porter with a rebound and a foul committed by Englert.
As you can see, it's going to have to be a real team effort, boxing everybody out on the glass with both Prather and Darnell now out of the game. Darnell obviously hasn't been in the game, but everybody's got to get on their man and track that rebound down.
Already 4 fouls against Baldwin with 2 minutes and 40 seconds played. Porter out to Vigil, another wide open look at a 3, but it's short. Offensive rebound by Roth. Putback is in there, and it puts Piper on top for the first time at 6-4 and draws an early timeout out of Don Blanchett. 5:12 left to play in quarter number 1 as 6-4 Piper lead. And you talk about rebounding, Ryan, and I think with the fast pace as well, that could add an extra challenge because sometimes you lose your man a little bit. When the shots are going up so fast, and that's an extra challenge when you talk about everybody having to team rebound today.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's not easy. It's defense and rebounding is one of the hardest parts about basketball. But, I mean, even if it's not your guy, you got to try and find somebody in a different colored shirt and try to get a body on him and maybe get some over-the-back fouls or something. But it's going to be a team effort tonight.
Prather on the bench with 2 fouls. He averages just under 8 rebounds a game. Darnell, we have not yet seen him tonight. He is suited up, but has not come into the game. And he averages 7 rebounds a game. So that's 15 tonight between those two. Grosner able to split the pressure of the backcourt. Here comes the Baldwin offense into the front court. Now down for the first time, trailing by 2. Carr off a screen from a Hathey and a bump on the perimeter. And Jaron Briggs is going to pick up his first foul. That's the second foul charged to Piper.
A much better job that time breaking the press and then getting it to Carr on the offensive end, just settling things down a little bit.
Carr led the team in scoring on Tuesday night in what was a really tough offensive night for the Bulldogs. Englert trying to fire a 3 up there, but missed everything. Out of bounds, back to Piper.
It's all right, though. That's a good shot, open shot that you want to take. You want to take in rhythm. Just got to hit your open shots.
2-point lead for Piper. A little more than 3 minutes into this first quarter. Wide open look underneath. Roth from Vigil, who lost his man. Riker Grosner got caught up on a pick or something there. He ended up giving Roth a wide open look. 6 straight from Piper. The Pirates lead 8-4.
Piper really extends that man-to-man defense, plays physical. Nice job there by Caleb Carr getting in there.
Nice attack at the end there. Was very patient. A little pump fake to get the defender to run past. Now there's a travel on Piper. And into the game comes Braden Statham, a 5'11 junior for Baldwin. So I think it's very evident early on that Darnell is going to be very limited or not playing tonight. My guess is not playing. Zimbecki loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big miss with
Yeah.
the Bulldogs. We talked about Darnell and what he brings to the table, just about everything. Does all the dirty work for you, so it's part of sports, so you got to face adversity. Coming off a loss, you got one of your better players on the bench, and you got to try to come together as a team and see how you can win a game together.
And Baldwin has switched to a zone defense now. Vigil drive, lost it. Zimbecki to steal. And Baldwin take advantage and tie this thing back up. Carr out to Englert. Back up top, Mahaffey. Cole on a drive and a foul on the floor.
Ooh.
Wave off the basket, so no hoop for Mahaffey. The foul is on the floor against Piper, and it is called on Gannon Ruff. That's the third charge to the Pirates, the first on Gannon, and now here comes Aaron Simmons, 6'4" senior, and P.J. Moore, a 5'8" freshman, check in for Piper. Riker Grossner has returned for Baldwin.
I love that version of Cole Mahaffey right there, though. You just kind of put your head down and cradle that ball, get to the rim, draw some fouls. I like when he's aggressive going to the rim. He's a good jump shooter as well.
Statham going to get caught for an illegal screen here. That'll be his first and the Baldwin 5th team foul.
Team fouls really piling up. You don't want to have 5 team fouls, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, but it's going to be a physical game. You can see that already.
Baldwin, the team that doesn't play a lot of zone defense, but with the lineup situation, and that's Roth for 3, so he's off to a good start. 7 points already for Piper. He's got 7 of the 11 for them. The Pirates lead by 5. And now another Baldwin turnover. This one happens to the backcourt. Live ball turnover leads to an attempt from P.J. Moore, but it's stripped out of his hand by Caleb Carr. How many times have we seen Carr able to reach in there and strip the ball free?
He's got such quick hands, good eyes. Just reach in there and quickly knock it away from you.
Into Simmons, easy 2.
I don't mind this press break from ball. You got to get some more ball fakes and just dribble and go hard. Right now it looks like a little bit of indecision from the Bulldogs sometimes, and that can lead to turnovers.
Here's Mahaffey getting downhill, down to the block, and he traveled. So with the fast pace sometimes comes with turnovers, and we've already had 11 turnovers in this game with 2:42 still to play in the first quarter. 6 from Baldwin, 5 from Piper.
It's a critical stretch of the game. I know it's just first quarter, but you don't want to let this lead start growing and growing.
It's an 11-2 run right now for Piper after Baldwin led early on 4-2. Briggs, a foul on Carr, and they have been hit with a couple of I don't know if cheap is the right word, but in a game that Piper already is going to force the issue on you, those are the types you can ill afford to pick up little hand checks out on the perimeter, and that's now 2 on Caleb Carr as well.
Yeah, that's a tough call, but you have to adjust the officiating. You got to move your feet. Don't put your hands on them. There we go the other way now.
My goodness. 10 fouls and 11 turnovers combined, and we have played 5 minutes and 32 seconds. That one on Roth is his second. Grossner pulls that from 8 feet out. Can't buy it, and it's Roth with a rebound. Briggs flipped to Moore. Slides in, kicks it back out to Roth in the corner. Missed the 3. Mahaffey, the strong rebound, and here comes Baldwin. Out to Carr, pass behind him.
Beautiful catch from Carr.
Kept it in play at least. Now to Zimbecki, firing away a 3 from the right point. Just a bit strong. P.J. Moore, the long rebound.
That's good offense, though. Those shots will start to drop. Just can't lose your confidence.
Moore fouled by Grossner. 2 free throws coming for him, and Baldwin is already over the limit with their 7th team foul and 1:48 to play in the first quarter. Two shots for P.J. Moore, a freshman guard for Piper. Good news is 0 for 2, but bad news again, Baldwin has already put Piper in the bonus. Carr trying to lean into some contact, no call there, and Roth brings it back the other way for Piper. Up to Briggs, right at Zimbecki, and lays it up off the glass and in. 15-6 Piper with 1:29 to go in the first quarter. Deflection out of bounds by Simmons. It stays with Baldwin. In comes Mikey Burgess, another freshman guard for Piper.
Right now, it just feels like get a foul call there. It just feels like Baldwin's kind of reacting a little bit instead of attacking right now. I'd like to see him try to attack this press a little more and try to, I mean, you can see that the refs are calling a lot of fouls early, so you drive hard, get down into the lane, make them blow the whistle.
Close to putting both teams in the bonus before the end of the first quarter. Carr in some trouble, able to split through defenders. Now comes loose. Grossner bounce to Mahaffey. Cole lost it going behind the back, and another turnover. Briggs bounce pass over to Moore, and then he loses it out of bounds, back over to Baldwin.
Bulldogs got a break there. Those are those live ball turnovers that you hear coaches preach about that can kill you. Just get out and on a 2-on-1 break, and pretty easy to convert. But see, they're doing a good job getting into the middle. But Piper, you give them credit. They're being very aggressive defensively.
Briggs 3 spins out. Mahaffey on the glass. Baldwin with under a minute to go in the quarter, trailing by 9. Carr on the attack. Nice feed out to Grossner. Gets a great look in the corner, but misses it. Statham with an offensive rebound.
Great work from Statham. He's going to need to help out on the boards like he did there.
Under 30 seconds to play. A trap now on Carr. Nearly lost it. Spins through defenders. Now fakes the pass and finishes with the right hand on the left side. What a move by Caleb Carr.
I see you, Caleb. That was nice.
Briggs tripped up on the other end, and back to the line go the Pirates with 10 seconds to play in the quarter. The foul is the second on Riker Grossner. So 3 Bulldogs, 3 starters with 2 fouls in this first quarter.
See, one of the things, Baldwin not necessarily a very deep team. They usually go 7-8 deep, and with Darnell out, that makes the bench even shorter. So managing your fatigue is going to be a big factor here, even though you want to play fast and attack.
Mahaffey call for the travel.
Little bunny hop there. But still, I like that work from Mahaffey, really attacking. I like that.
Roth gets it up. It counts if it goes. Nearly did. But we have reached the end of the quarter. 15-8. Piper leads Baldwin through 1 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Start of the second quarter in Baldwin tonight. Ryan Hilmer, Bryce Kessler with you as we bring you Baldwin High School basketball here on Baldwin Sports Live. And it is a 15-8 Piper lead on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. A 13-2 run in that first quarter for Piper, and the Pirates get the first 2 of this quarter on a putback by Aaron Simmons.
And neither team really shot it extremely well in that first quarter. It was kind of the difference. Some offensive rebounding and putbacks for Piper and some easy buckets in transition.
In that first quarter, we already had more fouls than we did the entire game in the Tonganoxie game on Tuesday. A first quarter that had 13 fouls and 15 combined turnovers.
Just going to have to adjust as a player, though. You can't complain about it. You just got to put your head down and try to play your game, play it to the officials.
Mahaffey misses the three. Lance Walton, another freshman, is in there for Piper. That's their third different freshman guard they brought into the game. That's Walton there in the corner. Aaron Simmons with another offensive rebound, and he has now set up 2 buckets already in this quarter off offensive rebounds. This time he gets it over to Roth, who now has 9. The lead is double digits for the first time for Piper at 19-8. Carr straight away. Prather back in there with 2 fouls with an offensive rebound, but then gives it away on the outlet to Briggs. Long pass up for Martin, threw it too far. Martin trying to save it, but Baldwin comes up with it.
Great hustle from Devin Prather. He got that rebound right under the bucket, sprinted all the way back, and was part of that, getting that steal there.
Carr rejected by Simmons. Briggs comes down with it. He pushes it up for Piper. Veers off into the corner. They'll set up the half court up by 11 with 6:15 to go in the first half. Bounce underneath to Roth. Spins it in on the reverse. 11 already for Roth to lead all scorers. Carr bounce across to Prather. Foul on Roth. That's 3 on Gannon Roth.
Great work once again from Caleb Carr, splitting the defenders. Nice little bounce pass to Prather. Get another foul call.
2 shots coming up for Prather. Roth likely head to the bench now for Piper with 3 fouls. He is off to a great start. 11 points, 3 rebounds. Prather at the line. First free throw banked in.
Going to be critical for Prather and Carr to both play without fouling now. Both 2 fouls, you cannot get a third. That would really put the Bulldogs behind the 8 ball, already trailing by 12 here.
Blake Porter is checked back in for Piper as Prather misses the second free throw. Also in for the Pirates for the first time here this evening is Kai Reed, another freshman. Deflected out, back over to Baldwin. Is now, that's 8 Piper turnovers. Grossner travels.
This is what I kind of have talked about with a press. Sometimes it's not just getting a straight steal and a run out. It's just kind of speeds the team up. And right now it looks like Baldwin is a little bit sped up mentally. They just need to calm down, take a deep breath, and try and get into some of their offense, make some shots.
21-9 lead for Piper.
See how calmly Piper just passes the ball around, waiting for an opportunity to attack. Another foul call. Is that on Prather?
If it is, it's his third, but no, it's on Ryder Nye, a Baldwin freshman who's in there. We've seen Ryder a few games earlier this year, and you mentioned it. You have to adjust, but
yeah,
I'll be honest. Some of these, I'm not sure that there's been a whole lot of contact.
Right, like you mentioned, it's tough when you come off a game where there wasn't a lot of foul calls or it wasn't that physical, and so then you kind of get used to playing a certain style, and then start getting whistled a lot, and you can get frustrated.
Briggs goes 1 of 2. 22-9.
Wow.
Let's see what they call. They call it a travel.
Interesting. We'll leave it at that.
So 12 turnovers now for Baldwin, and you can sense the frustration starting to build for the Bulldogs, but they've got to stay focused on the task at hand. Let's get some stops, get some buckets. Briggs on the baseline drive and lay in.
Briggs, really good player. Just saw Prather really closing out hard and attacked that front foot and got to the basket.
22-4 since Baldwin led this game 4-2. Carr, a foul call this time, and Caleb will head to the free throw line. Both teams over the limit. Foul on Piper is charged to Miguel Martin. That's his first, team 7th. 1-1 coming up for Carr. Zembecki checks back in for Baldwin.
I think both Zembecki and Mahaffey, in my opinion, are going to have to try to help out Carr a little bit more on the offensive end, try to attack the basket.
Carr hits the front end of the 1-1 to earn one more. (24-11), Baldwin trailing with 4:44 left to play in the first half. Travel called on Lance Walton after the pass fake.
So right now, if you're a coach or you're a player, all you're trying to do is just get it to 10. Just take it one possession at a time, and then after that, get a stop, get to single digits. You're not going to get 13 points back in one possession, so you just got to chip away, and just play good defense and run your motion sets.
Foul line extended. Carr pulls up and hits the open look. 10 points for the 7th straight game to start this year for Caleb Carr. It's 24-13. Briggs from the corner. Trying to work against the freshman Ryder. Now that's a tough assignment for Ryder. Goes back door to Kyrie, who lays it in.
Another really nice find from Briggs. Saw the cutter get right to the rim. The backside of the Bulldogs defense got to be a little more aware seeing ball and man.
Timeout taken by Baldwin with 3:54 left to play in the first half. We'll step aside. You're watching Baldwin basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
.354 left to play second quarter in Baldwin tonight. It is 26-13 Piper on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. The Piper Pirates on the road where they're 2-2 this year have come out, and their first game back from their Christmas break layoff hadn't played since December 18th. They haven't missed much of a beat here tonight. They haven't shot the ball extremely well, but their defense is right there at the same midseason form they were prior to the break. Very aggressive team defensively, and they have forced the Bulldogs to speed up at multiple occasions. This Lance Walton rebounded the miss by Carr, and right away they get two on the other side from Kyrie. Grosner left alone in the corner. Misfires on a three. Walton the rebound. Quickly back comes Piper, and they throw it away. Zembecki steps in front with a steal, coast to coast for Joey, fouled by Blake Porter.
Really nice from Joey Zembecki there, coming back on defense, getting the steal and getting a little run out and a foul. He can start to pile up some foul calls, getting the double bonus here, and might help you out in a little comeback action.
2 out of 4 at the line this year for Zembecki. Sophomore guard misses the first.
He missed that one, but overall I'd say Baldwin's been much improved over the course of the season. From early on, they had a lot of struggles from the free throw line.
Now shooting 62% as a team. They are 6 out of 8 tonight.
Still not great, but an improvement.
14-point lead for Piper. Walton's floater rims out, and Prather has it for Baldwin. Carr pushes it up. He has 10 of the 14 for Baldwin so far tonight. Into the corner to Grosner. Again fires up that corner three, but it's not falling for Riker tonight from that corner.
Yeah, Grossener's got to think about getting some shot fakes and trying to get to the rim, maybe get a layup or a little mid-range pull-up jumper. If your shot's not falling, you got to adjust.
There's the mid-range from Porter off the heel. Briggs over top of Zembecki, just used that height advantage. Briggs at 6'4", Zembecki at 5'8". Briggs just out-jumped him.
Yeah, sometimes basketball is a game that feels unfair if you don't have the size.
Coming from two guys that didn't have the size.
Right.
Simmons and Vigil back in for Piper, and Ryder Nye returns for Baldwin.
It's a good experience for Baldwin, though, especially guys like Ryder Nye getting some playing time, some varsity action, looking towards the future.
Carr at the line, 4 out of 4 tonight. The foul was on Jaron Briggs, by the way, his second. Carr's been getting some friendly rolls up there on the free throws. That's the second one that's used every bit of the iron before it's fallen in.
He's got a nice stroke, nice rhythm.
And he has 11 points on the night after going 1 of 2 there at the stripe. It's a 15-point lead, though, for Piper. Walton, or make that Martin, an air ball out of the corner, but it fell right in the lap of Vigil on the backside for an offensive rebound. Simmons can't put it back on the miss by Walton, and a jump ball between Mahaffey and Walton. Baldwin gets it, but now a Bulldog down. That's Prather.
That would not be good.
Looks like Prather
rolled an ankle or something. I hate to speculate, but.
So Grosner will check back in for Baldwin to replace Stephen Prather. And now Baldwin may be without their top 2 rebounders. They are without Sam Darnell apparently tonight, and Prather now goes to get looked at by the trainers. So 30-15 with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
There you go, a good ball fake there from Mahaffey. That's what Baldwin needs a little bit more of, is some ball fakes, and then get the Piper defense a little off balance.
Confident shot for the quarter for the freshman. Nye doesn't drop for him. Pulling up on the elbow, missing Martin. Mahaffey the rebound. 1:40 to play in a half. Carr is fouled on the floor, but it won't matter at this point. Both teams with a double bonus. So 2 shots coming up for Caleb.
Good work again from Carr, recognizing that we're going to have to get to the rim, get some fouls, get to the line. If you want to stay in this game. And
that one does not roll through for him.
the problem, once you start kind of getting tired and this press, it can take a lot out of you that they put on you, and running up and down, your legs start to get tired.
He started 5 of 5. He's missed his last 3 now at the line. Turnover, back to Baldwin. Double-digit turnovers, double-digit fouls. It has been that kind of a first half, but Piper holds out of a 15-point lead. And another foul will put Carr back at the line for 2 more.
Can see why, though. I mean, Piper, they play very aggressive defensively. They'll come out and trap you, 30 feet away from the basket. So Carr recognizes that and says, if you're gonna try to double team me 30 feet away, I'm just gonna drive right past you and get a foul every time. Got to start converting free throws, though. There you go.
This will already be the 10th free throw attempted tonight from Caleb. Six out of 10 with that miss.
Oh.
Walton inside Simmons.
That's what I talk about when we say lack of communication. Somebody's got to be calling out to Caleb. You got a screen coming. Gets blindsided by one, and then get a 3 in the corner.
Off the turnover, Lance Walton hits the 3. 35-16 Piper with under a minute to play in the half. And Carr travels. Well, Piper with 40 seconds left in the half. See if they slow it down at all this time or just keep pedal to the metal. Simmons finds Martin on the cut to the basket. Slips it to Vigil, and then a travel or a foul. Came up with an open hand. They're going to call 3 seconds of all things. $20 seconds here for Baldwin. Nye goes right around Simmons and floats it in. Nice move by the freshman Ryder Nye, who has his first field goal as a varsity player.
That's terrific. I'd like to see more of that from Nye. A little rip through and get to the bucket.
Vigil going baseline, blocking foul on Nye. Count the basket for Vigil and a three-point opportunity to close out the half.
Piper just kind of getting to the bucket at will right now.
Oh, they called that foul on Mahaffey, actually. I thought they were going to get Nye, who was set up to try and take a charge, and then took some contact, kind of backed away from it, but they call it on Mahaffey instead. Free throw misses. Mahaffey the rebound. 5 seconds. Cole with a one. Got it up. Won't go. 37-18. We have reached the half. It's a 19-point lead for the Piper Pirates on the road tonight in Baldwin. Coming up, it's the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Halftime here in Baldwin tonight, 37-18. Piper on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Welcome you to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau agent Kelly Neufeld, who is there to help you protect what matters most at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. And the Bulldogs, in this first half, it was the type of pace that I did expect to see tonight, but a little sloppier than I expected to see tonight, and that's for both teams here in this one, as we ended up in this first half with a combined 26 turnovers and 23 fouls. So it was that kind of first half. Makes it hard to get into a rhythm, especially when you're trailing and trying to find a rhythm, and then it's as choppy as it was, makes for a tough first half of basketball. And unfortunately, the Bulldogs find themselves down by 19 as we get set for the second half here tonight.
Yeah, it was very sloppy, a lot of foul calls, but you can't let that frustrate you too much. I think right now Baldwin's got to go into the locker room, take a big deep breath, and try to reset a little bit and come out with the mindset that, you got to try to knock down some open shots. Offensively, honestly, it wasn't terrible. They did a pretty good job breaking the press. Usually they got a lot of turnovers, like you said, but when they did get the ball down here, they executed it all right and got some open looks. They just got to try to knock those down. Defensively, the transition defense has been pretty bad, letting a lot of runouts for Piper, but, whole half to go, and you say they scored 37 in the first half. We can do that in the second half, hold them to 18, tie this thing up maybe.
Yeah, Piper outscoring Baldwin 15-8 in the first quarter and then 22-10 in the second quarter. I mean, you certainly can see watching that half of basketball why this is a Piper team that averages 64 a game and has put up over 70 twice, because they are so aggressive defensively that they are going to get some easy buckets on any given night because they're going to create those turnovers. And then if they start making shots, because honestly they didn't shoot the ball that well in the first half, Piper, and it's a good thing if you're Baldwin they didn't shoot the ball that well, because they still put up 37 points. And Baldwin's really going to have to, and again, we should mention as well, Baldwin has been without their second leading rebounder and one of their better defensive players all game in Sam Darnell. And Devin Prather has been very limited because of foul trouble, limited his time, and then he picked up an injury that sent him to the bench. So those are your top two rebounders, two of your better defenders that they've been without. I mean, Prather, his role tonight was to defend Jaron Briggs, the best player on Piper. And when you lose that guy immediately in this game, that completely throws the whole game plan out. You had a lot of younger guys, both in terms of actual youth like Ryder Nye, a freshman, and then guys like Caden Englert, who is a junior, but in terms of minutes on this varsity floor, a young guy in that respect. And they've had to step in to play bigger roles in this game, and unfortunately it's certainly caused a little bit of a helter-skelterness to this ball game so far for Baldwin.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a little bit of everything bad going. Everything that could go bad has kind of gone bad so far in the first half. But, yeah, I mean, some of the younger guys, like you mentioned, Ryder Nye, he made a nice couple plays there, had a nice drive to the bucket, and played pretty well defensively. But overall, it's just going to be a team effort in the second half, honestly. They're going to have to try to get some better rotations. Like you said, Piper really didn't shoot the ball all that well, but, I mean, they played well enough to get out to a big lead. And so you just got to take a deep breath, come out in the second half, and say they did it to us, we can do it to them.
We'll check the first half numbers for you. It's 37-18 when we come back after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
37-18, the halftime score, with Piper on the road and on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. We look at the first half numbers for you. Piper a plus 11 on the glass right now. So we mentioned top rebounders both sidelined right now for Baldwin, and the Piper's taking advantage. 19 rebounds and a plus 11 on the glass for Piper. Neither team doing a whole lot from outside. A couple of threes made by Piper. Baldwin has not made a three in this game. The Bulldogs have had the advantage at the free throw line, going 8 of 14. Piper 3 out of 8 at the stripe so far. Both teams hit by the turnover bug. 12 turnovers for Piper, 14 turnovers for Baldwin. And both teams were sent into the double bonus in that first half, as it was a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers in the half. Piper led in scoring by Gannon Roth, who has 11. Jaron Briggs with 9. Aaron Simmons off at the bench with 6. 3 from Lance Walton and 2 apiece from Blake Porter and Colin Vigil. Also Kai Reed with 4. Leading rebounder in the first half was Simmons, Briggs, and Walton. They each had 4. And the leading assist guy, it was a combination of 4 different guys with 1. Nobody with multiple assists for the Pirates. For Baldwin, leading scorer Caleb Carr, 12 of the Bulldogs' 18 points in that first half, including 6 of 10 at the free throw line. 12 points in the half for Carr. 1 point from Joey Zambecki, and 3 points from Devin Prather, and 2 points from Ryder Nye in the first half of this one. Leading rebounder for Baldwin, Cole Mahaffey. He pulled down 5 boards, but was scoreless in the half. And that's the guy who had the season low 9 against Tonganoxie, their second leading scorer of the year coming in. And certainly if they're going to pull off this comeback tonight, it's going to have to involve Cole Mahaffey scoring the basketball, you'd think, in this second half. We'll take a timeout, come back, and that we'll get this second half started. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau Financial Services agent, Kelly Neufeld. Proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you in your financial future as well. Give them a call at 785-594-1055. That's Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Second half starts next.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
We get set to start the third quarter here tonight in Baldwin. Baldwin Sports Live, brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a fast-growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, specializes in CNC machining and fabrication of parts, components, and assemblies for a wide range of industries. Email the sales team at sales@riceprecision.com to get more information on how they might be able to assist your manufacturing needs. 19-point lead for Piper. Piper gets the basketball as well to start this second half. There's an early 4-2 lead for Baldwin before an 11, or make that a 13-2 run rather for Piper that gave them the big lead, and they have not relinquished it. Martin, drive kick out to Roth, who led the team in scoring in the first half with 11. Now Vigil, Porter, and Briggs rounds out the 5 on the floor. And this is Roth straight away. He knocks down his second 3 of the game. And it's quickly 3 more on the board for Piper to extend their lead to 40-18. Carr looking to answer, but that 3 won't go, and Roth there for the rebound. Up to Briggs. Floater drops through, and quickly 5 out of the gates for Piper, 42-18. Well,
looked like a lot of contact there on the drive. No call though. You just can't let it frustrate you. You know, sometimes these games can happen.
That's a tough one. It's the 15th turnover for Baldwin. And Roth now fouled. He'll go to the line for Piper. And they call it on Prather. That's 3 on Devin.
Good to see Prather back out there, though, after that. Looked like a ankle injury or something like that late in the first half. Right now for Baldwin, you just got to focus on getting better. Certainly this game's not over, but got to try to improve on little things that you haven't done well so far and try to continue to do things that you have done well.
Carr once again loses the handle after bumping up the floor with Martin.
Got to give Piper a lot of credit, though, defensively. They've done something that a lot of other teams haven't been able to do, and that's kind of speed up Caleb Carr a little bit and get him to commit a couple turnovers.
And that is why Piper is dominating the glass. They get 3 offensive rebounds on that possession and eventually end up with 2 more points to the board on the putback by Blake Porter.
And Baldwin, I mean, the rebounding battle starts well before that ball hits the rim, you know, and Piper's getting such good position down there, like right next to the rim down there on the block. And you got to try to get your backside into somebody and dig them out of there. And
a 4th foul called on Gannon Roth. He goes out. And in for Piper comes Alex Ivanuska. Another foul, this time on Martin. Carr gets around Martin, and then he's fouled by Ivanuska. 2 shots coming up for Caleb.
Caleb's so crafty getting in that lane. I'd like to see, once he kind of makes that first move to get that drive, kind of some cutters like Mahaffey or somebody cut right to the basket, and he get a little layoff pass for the layup. Sometimes I just think Baldwin gets stuck into kind of standing around and watching one guy try to get some dribble penetration and a kick out. I'd like to see a little bit more player movement offensively.
Carr knocks down both of the free throws. 46-20. Low pass out to Vigil. They swing it back around Ivanuska. And a reach-in foul on Baldwin as Mahaffey and Grossner were both there. They call it on Grossner. That's 3 on Reichert. Ryder Nye checks back in for Baldwin, replaces Grossner. Get it inside against that zone. Out goes to Martin, pulls up 10 feet off the right side. Prather on the glass has the board for Baldwin. Carr right at Porter, offensive foul.
I think right now Carr's just trying to do a little bit too much. I'd like to see him try to run some motion offense, get some sets, player movement, ball movement, swing that ball around. You swing the ball around from side to side, you know, get that defense moving around. See a little bit more scoring opportunities.
5.5 to play, third quarter, 46-20 Piper. Led by 19 at halftime. They've led by as many as 28 here in this third quarter. Briggs left it short on the floater. Carr there for the rebound. And a blocking foul this time. I haven't seen them count the basket. Now they will. So it's 2 points to the board for Carr and a chance to make it 3 at the free throw line. The foul is charged to Ivanuska, his second. (16 of the 22 tonight from Carr. He had 12 of their 18 in the second half against Tonganoxie. So now you go back the last, 5 of 4 quarters plus. And Carr has scored now 28 of the team's 40 points. Briggs with a nice bounce pass to Ivanuska, who lays it in.
I'm really impressed with the transition offense from Piper. They get 3 or 4 guys out running as hard as they can, filling the lanes, and kind of makes it easy for somebody like Briggs. Good passer. He can spot the open man, get him a layup.
Another Piper foul. This one on Mikey Burgess.
Carr's going to need an ice bath after this one. He's taking a lot of hits.
No question. Simmons back on for Piper. It's been a physical game, a lot of bodies on the floor. And that it's right at home for Piper. You can tell that they are very comfortable playing this style of game. Carr able to get it off the glass, doesn't spin in. Prather has it ripped out of his hands, but it goes out to Cole Mahaffey.
Nice job
able
from
to get the
Mahaffey.
pump fake and the bucket.
Something I'd like to see more often, kind of getting Cole a little isolation, get him to the basket.
First bucket of the night for Mahaffey. Coming off a season-low 9 against Tonki on Tuesday night. And it's been completely two different styles of defenses that have stymied the Bulldogs the last 2 games. His offensive rebound, Simmons, and he finds a cutting Vigil for the lay-in. Tuesday night, it was just a zone defense from Tonganoxie that forced Baldwin to do that, shoot for the outside. They just didn't have him fall in. Briggs, finger roll misses, but an offensive foul. Caden Englert there to draw the charge.
Hopefully Briggs is all
picks
right.
up his third. He is still down, but he's going to hop back up now. Looks to be okay.
That was a hard fall, courageous charge there. You see somebody like Briggs coming at you.
No
it's
kidding.
not easy.
But Caden Englert successfully draws the charge. Now a timeout Baldwin with 3:54 left to play in the third quarter. And Piper on top 50-24 over the Bulldogs. We're back in a moment on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
(50-24), Piper leading Baldwin with 3:54 left to play in the third quarter. It was a 7-point Piper lead at the end of 1. They built that up to a 19-point lead at the end of 2, and have led by as many as 28 here in the third. Currently a 26-point lead for the Pirates. Baldwin has the basketball after the charge drawn by Caden Englert, which goes down as a 13th Piper turnover. It was the third foul on Jaron Briggs. Carr's in trouble from potentially a 10-second call here, and wisely lets Burgess knock that ball out of bounds. So they will get a reset now of that clock. So that's a break there for Baldwin. And then a foul committed.
1-1 from here on out, shooting free throws. Carr's going to have a chance to maybe have a career night if he keeps getting the line at the pace he's at right now.
Well, he had 32 opening night against Paola. He's halfway there. He's going to have to shoot a lot of free throws, but at this pace, you're right, he may end up shooting 30 free throws tonight before it's all said and done. This will be his 14th and 15th attempts coming up. PJ Moore checking in, replacing Jaron Briggs, who they just called that foul on, so that's 4 on Briggs. What are they up to now? They are up to, what, 19 fouls committed by Piper in this game. But they have shown the willingness anyway to go deep into their bench. Steve Wallace has run out a bunch of dudes in this game. And I guess if you're willing to play that many guys, then you can risk having that many fouls called on you.
Yeah. They're all good players, too. Piper's a deep team. They're a good team.
There's Ivanuska with the floater that drops. He hadn't even seen the floor until this third quarter, and he's able to put in 4 points now off of the bench. Chance to go to the free throw line here. The foul is on Cole Mahaffey, his second. 4th team foul. Free throw is short. Prather has the rebound with 3.5 to go in the second quarter, or the third quarter. And another foul will put Caleb Carr right back to the free throw line.
James Harden pace here.
16th and 17th free throws. I shouldn't say 17th, I guess. Yeah, this is on the floor. So he's guaranteed only one, but we'll see if he can knock the first one down to get a 17th. He missed it, and it was a lane violation anyway.
Said he stepped over the line when he shot it.
You don't see that called very
No.
often. We've seen a lot of things tonight.
Yeah.
52-26. And
Boy.
a foul apparently.
Been a really choppy game, you got
telling
to
me.
say.
You're telling me.
Going to be running out of room in your foul column there on your sheet.
Yeah, well, I stopped counting them really after 10 on the team. It has been ugly. I'm just going to say it. It just from a continuity of the game, and there just has not been any. I don't know if we've gone more than twice up and down the floor without a whistle. P.J. Moore knocks down 3. Mahaffey got a little too deep underneath the basket. Out to Zembecki in the corner. And may have been deflected partially by Avanuska. Couldn't tell, but it came up well short. And now Caleb Carr slices in to steal it back for Baldwin. Carr pulls up 8 feet out. Long, Zembecki saves it to Mahaffey, and he's fouled by Avanuska on a putback try.
Great hustle on the offensive glass by Zembecki there. I knew we weren't going to go full game without a Caleb Carr steal, too. He had to get one.
Yeah, he averages almost 3 a game, so definitely have to have a couple, right?
Yeah.
Mahaffey now to the line. First trip to the line tonight for Cole Mahaffey.
This will be big for Cole's confidence if he can get some baskets here late, get himself going into some games next week.
One of 2. Vigil the rebound. 55-27 with 2.5 to go, and there you go. There's number 2, but gives it right back. That could be a charge, and it is. Prather drawing the charge that time on Avanuska.
Great work again from Prather. I think he had a really good game against Tonganoxie. He has another good game tonight. He's kind of similar to Darnell. You know, he does all those little things, the dirty work. I love those types of players. A frustrating night overall, though, for the Bulldogs, got to say.
Yeah. A frustrating night for me. I mean, this. And another foul.
Most of them, though, I have to say, most of them, they're reaching in and they're fouling.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
But it makes the game it bogs the game down so much.
Yep.
And when you're playing with a lead like this with your Piper, I mean, you can, I guess, afford to do it. And what that does is, I mean, one side of the token, you say, well, you're giving a team a chance to score with the clock stopped and all of that. But at the other, in my opinion, with this big of a lead, what it does is it keeps Baldwin from ever really getting any type of a momentum going. And that's really what it's going to take for Baldwin. If you're ever going to come back from a deficit like this, is you need that you get hot and you just start pouring in buckets. And
12-15-0 run or something like that.
And you can't really do that in a style like this because every time you think you might be getting hot, then it's a stoppage here and then another foul, and then it's just been.
It's hard to get kind of that team momentum going when you're just getting your points from the line.
There's a foul on Simmons with an illegal screen.
It's good experience, though, for Baldwin kind of breaking this press for the entire game. Piper not really letting off. Done a much better job than I saw early in the year, kind of just relying on Caleb Carr to break it. They can get a little more options now.
Carr fouled. 2 more free throws coming. He'd have rather had that bucket go, though. Second foul on Simmons. How often in a third quarter can you have a team that almost has 20 turnovers and over 20 fouls committed and yet lead by 27? You don't see that often.
Interesting box score there. It's kind of their style, though, for Piper, I would say. They're a deep team, like we've mentioned, very physical, a lot of good players.
Carr hits both. He has gone to the line and shot 18 free throws in this game. 12 out of 18 at the line. Guess what I'm going to say now? Another foul. This one on Carr, his 4th. Yeah, I need just a button I can push. Just
soundboard.
Foul, because that's what it's been tonight. Good hands by Porter, feeds it back to Simmons, who lays it in.
Just like that right there. That's an example of what kind of they've done all night long, sharing the ball. Nice player movement, ball movement.
Travel. Under a minute to play, third quarter, a 27-point Piper lead. Walton short from, or Moore rather short, and Vigil was out of bounds when he touched it. So Baldwin basketball, 28.9 to play in the third. Moore lays it in after the steal, 59-30, 15 seconds to play in the third. Up to Mahaffey. And attacks Simmons to lay it in.
A little Euro step from Cole there. That was a nice finish.
Did not get it off in time, and we have reached the end of 3 with Piper on top of Baldwin, 59-32 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
One quarter to go tonight in Baldwin, 59-32. Piper on top of Baldwin. So far, this ball game has had 37 turnovers and 36 fouls. With a whole quarter to play. Baldwin already into the double bonus. Piper into the 1-and-1 bonus. That ball swatted out of bounds by Vigil.
If you had to wager which we'd have more of, turnovers or fouls here on out, what'd you say?
You know what? I think we're going to end up with more fouls than turnovers, honestly. I do. But turnovers are a +1 right now on fouls. Mahaffey, nice take that time by Cole. Roth gets the answer right back on the feed by Vigil. Roth's had a nice game with 18 for Piper. He's their leading scorer tonight. Zimbecki, pull up won't go, but Prather has the board. Sets up Mahaffey. Prather again on the offensive glass. Well, empty possession for Baldwin, but not due to a lack of effort on the glass by Prather. Porter quick too as Piper make, miss, turnover, doesn't matter. They are quick to the other end. Slip into Mahaffey for the short corner, rolls out, and Devin Prather another offensive rebound, this time able to stick it back.
Prather's going beast mode to start the fourth quarter.
You'll love to see the engine still revved up for Baldwin despite trailing big in this one. Briggs drive and kick to Martin. Didn't catch it clean, wasn't able to pull the trigger. Now back it comes to Vigil. Briggs working one-on-one with Prather. They're isolated over on this near side, but Briggs now works back middle of the floor, kicks to Martin, extra pass to Vigil. And now we are even, 37 apiece. That is a foul on the Bulldogs' Devin Prather, his fourth. And 2 free throws coming up for Colin Vigil.
I really like the effort and the attitude that Baldwin's still showing, though. Down big in the fourth. You can't give up, keep playing, keep improving. Every minute you spend out there, you can improve on something.
Ryder Nye checks back in for Baldwin, replacing Riker Grossner. One of 2. Baldwin down 64-36 with 6 minutes to play. Carr blocked by Porter, got it back and sticks it back. Carr over 20 for the 3rd time this year, and now a foul committed by the Bulldogs. It is on Joey Zimbecki.
Shooting 1-on-1 here.
Miguel Martin, the shooter, and the front end on the way, off the heel, and Mahaffey with the rebound. Feed nice in there to Mahaffey. Carr sets him up for 2.
That's beautiful right there. I would love to see just a pick and roll with Carr and Mahaffey just about every single possession down, because your 2 best guys in a little 2-man action.
Porter fouled by Mahaffey on the way up.
I think he just teed somebody up.
I heard a second whistle. I was looking down, but the officials are going to discuss it here, but I think you're right.
Caleb Carr was the closest person to him when he blew the whistle. He didn't really point to anybody, though.
It's on Mahaffey, so Mahaffey gets both the personal and the technical, so that's his 3rd and 4th personal fouls.
Frustration, obviously, starting to mount, boil over for Baldwin. It's been one of those games where kind of shots aren't falling, getting a lot of calls against you.
So 4 free throws coming up for Piper. Porter will get the first 2 as the personal foul was against him. So we'll see who they choose then to take the next 2. And it looks like Gannon Roth will get the opportunity after Porter makes 1 of 2.
Really see why Piper averages so many points per game, though. They've really played well, shared the ball, converted on their chances. Like you mentioned earlier, I'm really impressed with how quick they advance the ball in transition, get out there on the break, and can just pile up easy buckets on you in a hurry.
Foul committed in the backcourt by Martin. So we will walk over to the free throw line for more, or against Martin, I should say, by Zembecki. So we'll walk to the line for more free throws. Martin's first trip to the line, and he misses the first. And here comes Taiwan Griffin, Lance Walton, PJ Moore, and Kai Reed in for Piper. And Martin gets to stay because he missed them both. Reed the rebound. Collision, ball's out of bounds, turnover over to Baldwin. And now in comes Mikey Burgess to replace Martin. (66-40), Piper with the lead. Carr with a driving two for Baldwin. Walton fires for three. Carr the rebound. And an illegal screen on Statham.
There's been so many fouls, it's amazing that nobody's fouled out of this game.
You're right.
Really
We're up to 42 fouls called in this game.
That's incredible.
Now. 42 fouls. And we still have 4:45 to play.
Yeah. Keep the ticker running.
I'm liking my my wager on the foul side of this. Taiwan Griffin gets his first bucket as fouls, and now taking a +5 advantage in the, or a +4 advantage in the battle between more fouls or turnovers in the game.
There's one.
That's
one where Carr's just kind of got to give that one up. Somebody's got to come help him out, getting trapped.
We might get an overrule here as an official for the near side might come over and say that the defender deflected the ball into the backcourt. And they are going to change it, so no turnover.
Either way, though, I think at times Carr's been trying to do a little too much. We've seen most of the time he kind of drives to pass it, and tonight he's looked a little bit more to score it. He's kind of had to, but just a frustrating game overall for Baldwin. One that you're going to try to dump out and get back to playing better basketball next week.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. We're back in a moment. You're watching Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
(68-42), Piper leading Baldwin with 4:23 left to play, fourth quarter. Baldwin to the basketball, inbounding on the far side as they have trailed throughout this game, led early 2-0 and 4-2, but that has been it. Then Piper took a commanding lead on a big run to close out the first half. Offensive foul on Carr, so there we get the daily double, a turnover and a foul. 21st turnover for Baldwin. Our 43rd foul call of the game, and Joey Zembecki will check back in as Carr becomes the first in a game filled with fouls to foul out.
It's been a tough game for Carr. He's tried to do a lot tonight, and he has. Nobody's really helped him out much. Baldwin couldn't make open shots.
24 points in the game for Carr. But Baldwin trailing by 26. Zembecki on the drive, dish to play there and lays it in.
That's what I love to see there. Attack the basket to get somebody else an open shot.
68-44, under 4 to go. Inside Griffin. Reed on the drive and the finish. Third game this year that Piper's put up 70 plus. Head nod there by Nye, gave him a better look, but can't dial up the three. It's out of bounds off of Griffin, stays with Baldwin. 3:18 left to play in the fourth. Quick attack to the basket. Almost looked like that ball was going to just sit back up on the heel of the rim, but it falls through for Burgess. 72-44 with 3 to play. Engler left the floor, commits to travel. Eric McLaughlin checks in for Baldwin, freshman. Night is over probably for Devin Prather, who checks out of the lineup. 7 points, 7 rebounds tonight for Prather. It's a season high scoring for Devin. Terrell Berry has checked in as well now for Piper for the first time. Number 1 in purple, and Devin Kerr, a 6'3" sophomore, also in for the first time.
It's been a runaway on that little foul, the turnover wager.
Well, the last couple have been offensive fouls, so they've doubled up as turnovers as well. So there's no separation on those. But no, it's been turnovers are losing to fouls right now.
Yeah.
Our next foul will be our 45th. I say next like I'm expecting one. Thought we might have it there. Barry. There we go.
Hope you didn't have dinner reservations, Bryce. This one's kind of dragging on a little bit in the fourth.
This one's been dragging on since the opening tip. And that's not a comment about
that's not a slight on either team.
The team, it's just the way this game has been
played.
The
flow of the game,
right.
The rhythm.
The way the game is. I mean, you'll never find a game that has good rhythm that has 45 fouls and 41 turnovers. And that's what we have tonight. Griffin stays with it, puts it back in. 75-44 with 2:18 left to play. Stays with Baldwin, last touch by Griffin. Reverse layup try misses, but it stays with Piper now. Hand out the passing lane. And that's Gus Boyle, who's in there for the first time this year, another Baldwin freshman. And 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Baldwin. There's a travel called on Berry. Under a minute left in the fourth. Nye had his first basket of his varsity career earlier. Let's see if Gus can get his first, or McLaughlin, either one. Instead of turnover. Pass inside, and it is last touched by Piper, a turnover. Oh no, we're even now. We're even, 45 apiece, turnovers and fouls. 23 seconds left. Nye on the drive, and he is swatted by Reed. Long outlet. Nearly threw it out of bounds. Barry lays it in with 9 seconds to go. Nye fires and hits. Why not?
Yeah.
77-47, the final on that three by Ryder Nye. We'll take a break, wrap it up right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back into the now Baldwin Sports Live post-game show. 77-47, your final tonight as Piper rolls to a 30-point victory there. Not largest margin of victory, though. They had a 39-point win earlier this year over KC Schlegel, but it's their second win this year of 30-plus. They put up over 70 for the third time. It's a season high, 77 points for the Piper Pirates. Meanwhile, the Baldwin Bulldogs, the 30-point loss, by far their largest margin of defeat here on the year, as this was just one of those nights that got off to a bit of a rocky start, but the Bulldogs fell into a too big of a hole to ever try to overcome in the style of game that we had tonight. It had 45 turnovers and 45 fouls, 90 combined turnovers and fouls, which Ryan and I did the math. What you're looking at, every 20 seconds a foul or a turnover committed. It was that kind of night.
Yeah, it was tough. It was a tough game to watch, especially from a Baldwin perspective, or either way, really. It was very choppy, but, you know, overall I thought there was some positives. I thought they broke the press pretty well sometimes, and just once they got down to the offensive end, couldn't convert and would turn it over sometimes. But I think Caleb Carr played well. Maybe second half got a little too aggressive, tried to do a little too much. But overall, I think this is just one of those weeks that you kind of just throw it out, you watch some film, improve, and then try to come back out next week and turn things around a little bit, because that was tough.
24 points for Caleb Carr, third game this year with 20-plus. Cole Mahaffey with 10. Devin Prather finishes with 7 to go along with 7 boards, which matched Cole Mahaffey, but the team lead there as well. 5 points from Ryder Nye, his first 2 field goals as a varsity player. The freshman knocked down the 3 right there. The buzzer, and Joey Zembecki with 1 point as well. And you mentioned it at one point, but in a game that had 45 fouls, surprisingly only 1 player fouled out of this game. That's pretty incredible. But yeah, that's what we got. So 77-47, your final tonight. It's the second straight loss down for the Bulldogs that drops them to 4-3 on the season, And for Piper, they improved to 5-3 with their third consecutive victory. It's the first home loss of the year as well for the Baldwin Bulldogs. They'll be back in action next Tuesday when they visit Ottawa to take on the Cyclones. Next Tuesday, Piper will be on the road at Tonganoxie. So, again, no girls game earlier tonight. The Piper girls unable to play tonight due to some health and safety protocols, so they were out, and that meant the Baldwin girls got the day off. They will be back in action. Baldwin girls, though, tomorrow. Girls only. They will travel out to KC. I think they're going to play the game. If I got this right, they're playing at St. Thomas Aquinas, but they're playing a different team. It's not Aquinas that they're playing. They're playing, I forget even who it is, but they do play. I think it's 11:30 tip-off tomorrow for the Baldwin girls at St. Thomas Aquinas High School. So we will not have that game for you, unfortunately, here on Baldwin Sports Live, but we will be back on the air on Tuesday when both the boys and girls, health willing, will be both in action at Ottawa. So we'll have that game tip-off scheduled for 6 for the girls and the boys to follow. And that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Piper, by the way, I guess I should say Gannon Roth led them 19 points tonight. Jaron Briggs with 11. Both guys in double figures there for the Pirates. A lot of other guys scored. Yeah, we're just going to Bob Seeger this one and turn the page.
Yep.
All right, 77-47, your final. Piper over Baldwin. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad you joined us tonight. I'm not sure you're glad you joined us. It was an ugly one. It was a choppy one, but it's over. 77-47, Piper over Baldwin. We'll see you next Tuesday night right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin